It was called the Leg of Mutton, but it used to have water in it, and it looked like a leg of mutton.
There was a road going down, and sometimes it wasn't the best of roads, and there was lots of, in the springtime, there's always daffodils all over the place, and there was a lovely walk around the lake itself.
And at one end, down the end where it came out narrow, it had a sort of a hedge or something along there. And there was a stone shed in there. I think they used to grow pine trees down in there. But that shed, the door was always open. It wasn't a shed, it was a room. And it was full of pot plants. Though, you know, those orangey red pot plants? It was full of those. Because we went in and had a look. Because the door was always open. You know, kids.
Because I was in the guides, you'd know how to build a fire safety build, you know, and it was no good getting green things because they won't burn, but wet things will. You know, as long as they were dry and not green, yes, they would burn. But you had to build your fire with proper stones and all the rest of it. And we'd take some old newspaper and things in there. And we'd have this funny bag, and everybody would take something, either little sausages or chopped up apple rings in a glass jar with a bit of batter or something in there, and you'd take a fry pan with a bit of dripping, and you'd cook these.
Yeah, we sneak up there without Dad knowing. We got the yabby in. Yeah, catching little yabbies. Oh yeah, we used to put them in a bucket and boil them and eat them. Bring them home, make a fire at home. See, Mum always had a bucket and that fire outside to boil to get water to wash. And we'd light a fire in that and cook yabbies in that.
Black swan swimming on it. Beautiful. Up the north end was beautiful big shade trees. And that's where we put the rugs down and have our picnics. We'd walk right round the lake. And we'd play. They'd put the rugs down and sit there with the two little ones, and us others would run around and play. And then we'd have our sandwiches and a drink. We had to share the one mug because couldn't take everything, you know.
Fella on the RAI, and he said, Kev, there's a fella stuck down in the Leg of Mutton Lake. He's got down there, and he's got in the edge, and he's got bogged. He said, will you go down on the... We had a big Blitz four-wheel drive sort of thing with a crane on the back. He said, will you go ahead down there, pick it up, bring it up to the top of the Bay Road there, where Frensham was, and I put it down there, and a copper comes up to me. He said, have they paid you for that towing and doing that? I said, oh yeah, they got it. But, thank you very much. Went over and grabbed the fella. He said, you're under arrest. He'd done something in Victoria and he'd come across into South Australia.
We used to wander through all that area as teenagers. In fact, I made a square dance film up on one of these highlands when we had our little film group. That was in the days of square dancing.
I just wish that the Leg of Mutton Lake was the same.